So Twitter's gotten exciting, and there's a lot of lefties who are very, very upset. And while there's a certain amount of schadenfreude at them whining about this, it's a private company. Twitter can do whatever they want. We were shadow banned and suspended and all sorts of stuff for nothing for almost 3 years now. Even some people even longer, purely because they held non-narrative political opinions. The people that are getting suspended now, like Aaron Rupar and Elon's jet, they were doxing Elon's family. They had a flight tracker, and this guy, Elon, is being attacked and being accused. The progressive hero of just a year ago, richest man in the world, is being soundly vilified by these idiots just because he wants people to be able to speak freely. Is he perfect? No. Does he have an agenda? I'm sure he does. But judging based on his actions, he has been more helpful than not. I don't like the bans, especially since they seem personal and capricious sometimes. Like Kathy Griffin changed her handle to read Elon Musk back when only certain people had the verified, so it looked like he was tweeting, and so that broke the terms of service of impersonation. But the problem is he didn't use that terms of service. This is a problem that the old Twitter had too, and they were discussing these things when they were talking about banning Trump. Like they have terms of service, and weirdly when they try and ban somebody or suspend somebody, they don't often choose the obvious one. Doxing is an obvious one. I think I agree with getting rid of this flight tracker person. Like that's, again, it's, people are out to get Elon Musk right now. Like he had that Antifa guy show up in a car, to try and intimidate his family. These people are insane. They're scary. And, even if you're Elon, you have private security, even though, again, your flight tracker is technically public information. If somebody was releasing, if I rode the bus every day and somebody was like, oh, it's public information, he rides the B-52 and he usually gets on this time and this and off this time here. That's doxing. That's like that's helping people, find you in reality, in person. And that's very different than words. Words don't hurt. They only hurt progressives, apparently. But this new Twitter is lit, and it is yet another amazing window into the rank hypocrisy of the left. These people wouldn't know hypocrisy if it bit them in the ass. And it does, and it is. It's biting them in the... It's literally, hypocrisy has got the jaws chomped on their fucking ass right now. It is embarrassing. There is zero consistency to these people. There is zero compass. There are no, I would say morals, but of course they don't have any morals. Because they think that Elon Musk deserves to be doxxed. They think that Elon Musk deserves to be harassed. When on the other hand, nobody was really trying to do this to Jack when he was at the helm and Twitter was doing all of the same stuff more and worse to quote-unquote conservatives, or frankly anybody who dared, tweet off narrative, right? They were destroyed. They were, hassled. They were attacked. They were hounded and, ganged up on and dogpiled. And it's uncomfortable and it sucks. I know so many people, I have friends that were totally canceled because of this. And these people cheered this on. And now that Aaron Rupar is, been suspended for retweeting the flight tracker information, again, which is technically doxing. And to Elon's credit, he did suspend them. He did say that they were providing real-time tracking data on his family, which is not okay. Some people were saying, oh, give them a warning. They knew what they were doing. You know, I don't know if you give a warning on that or not. I know you can't dox people. Now, sometimes there are mistakes. My friend Jay mistakenly tweeted an email. It was a public email, but it had somebody's email address on it. I think it was a reporter, and this was before Elon. They temporarily suspended him for doxing because he provided that person's email address. It turns out that person's email address was easily, publicly, widely available, but, you know, I did get it. I think that you have to, if you're going to post things with somebody's personal info on it, even if it's supposedly public info, you got to kind of go above and beyond. You got to try and blur that stuff out. You got to try and blur the faces. That's okay. I like these rules. They should be self-imposed to a large degree. And everybody trying to go to Mastodon, you know, Mastodon seems like a great alternative. It seems like, and again, irony, Schadenfreude, these people are going over to Mastodon. Mastodon seems like it's a clunky ass, really annoying interface that is nowhere near as good as Twitter. I would urge the Rupars of the world to try Parler. Oh, they can't because they got their thugs, their tech thugs, to completely take Parler off of the App Store ecosystems and destroy their business. I cannot believe that happened to Parler. I screamed from the rooftops about it, and it was very depressing, frankly, that more people didn't scream from the rooftops about it. And there wasn't more screaming from the rooftops about it for the same reason that there's not more screaming from the rooftops about any of this stuff. And it's because it was designed to hurt Trump. I don't love Trump. He's not my boy. I'm not a MAGA. I'm not ultra MAGA. I'm not a mini MAGA. But so much of what has happened to us has happened by, it's not by proxy. It is literally, we're getting the trickle down from them skull fucking Trump. And a lot of us shrug our shoulders at some of this obviously awful stuff because it just happens to get Trump too. You know, that's TDS, that's TDS light, whatever you want. Even some of my friends do it, and you know who you are. It's not okay. You have to stick up for the person being bullied, even if you don't like them. And that's what they're doing. They're bullying President Trump. The endless investigations. Yeah, you know, good for him releasing his NFT cards. I don't give a shit. Somebody's going to buy those. People are going to like those. Yeah, it's like, you know, Trump ties 2.0 or whatever, but the dude needs money. You're ruining his life. You're making him pay gazillions of dollars to lawyers to defend himself against an endless series of investigations that are just, they turn out to be baseless. I too thought that Trump was probably dirty, and if they opened up that can of worms, they would probably find something. That's what the Russia thing was all about, was using any means necessary to open him up and look inside. Because they thought, due to his decades of working in, frankly, one of the most icky, you know, sectors on earth, New York City real estate, that this guy had to have had some mob ties or had to have buried a body in the cement foundation of one of his grand buildings. It turns out he didn't. It turns out that Trump was pretty good at using lawyers to do some legally icky stuff. You know, it seems like with his charity, him and his kids made the same mistake they all make. You know, make these charities. All of these charities are money slush funds, not just Trump's. Some of them do some help. Some of them help some people. Some of them do some good. But the Clinton Foundation is a great example. Look at the Clinton Foundation versus the Trump Foundation. I don't know which one is worse or which one is better. I don't know if you can even apply those terms to these, like, you know, these celebrity charities or these political charities, because they all have them, and they're all a nightmare, and they're all a money laundering scheme. Fix the system. Blame the game, not the player. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Elon, Twitter, new, good, lit, yay, go. free speech, more better. They let the Kravenstein dudes back on. Yay! I'm seeing them in my feed. I don't think I agree with them. I remember when they were banned. And I think that they were banned for something like doxing. I think that they did something, even the old Twitter regime, even though they probably liked the Kravenstein brothers, couldn't abide. I think that they did something like wrong. But anyway, Elon let him back. He let Kathy Griffin back after a little bit. I do want him to not be as personal, or at least be aware that what he's doing sometimes seems like emotional and personal. It should be transactional. The rules should be fairly clear. No terrorism, no doxing, no child porn. Like there are some very definite ones that just should be, instant perma ban. There's other stuff that should come with warnings, and he's figuring it out. And I think the verification is going to help with a lot of these, because a lot of the stuff that I just described comes from bots and like low follower throwaway accounts, right? And separating that wheat from the chaff, I think that's something I've always wanted Twitter to do, which is almost like the public square, and then you dig down and you scratch beneath the surface and you get like the public square. Maybe that's what we're gonna get to. But again, new Twitter, yay, free speech. Woo.